How you feeling? Lenny said, what's the peace? We were selling heavy squares, man. Buying new Kellys every year. Even if you get in front of how you feeling? Lenny said, what's the peace? We were selling heavy squares, man. Buying new Kellys every year. Shit I get excited for.
Starting at power forward, standing 6'11", number 35, Kevin Durant.
Welcome to 2K Sports Annual Noche NBA presentation. We're excited to bring you this celebratory fusion of basketball and Latin culture. This is Brian Anderson at the table with basketball royalty, Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg, Allie LaForce, our reporter. And now a look at the upcoming schedule for Los Angeles. On Wednesday, they'll be playing against James Harden and the Los Angeles Clippers. And then Friday, they kick off a road trip in Miami where they'll take on the Heat.
It's no secret around the league that this team loves playing in their own building. They're loaded with home games over the next stretch, so this is a chance to win some ball games.
And the Lakers starting five. At the forward slots, it's LeBron and Hachimura. Luka Doncic is out there with Thompson, and it's Wembanyama in at the five, roaming the paint. And for Phoenix, Beal and Allen are out on the wing. Mason Plumlee out there with Kevin Durant, and it's Booker in at the point guard position. And Clark, for these two teams, a lot of their action runs through the front court.
You're exactly right, B.A., and I think that's where the game's going to ultimately be decided. I mean, we have to see which set of these bigs is going to impose their will, not just offensively, but defensively, too.
Here's Beal, and then Beal with the dunk.
What a play at the rim. Bradley Beal showing off all kinds of explosiveness.
Thompson passes to Wembanyama. Here's Doncic, and Doncic with the jam.
I tell you, a little extra pressure on D when you're up against a point guard who can elevate.
It doesn't make it easy, does it?
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Mike Budenholzer and I got a chance to talk for a bit. He had a sleepless night trying to figure out how to stop Luka Doncic. He said it's rare to see a player force the other 9 players on the floor to play at his pace. It's very methodical. Like a machine, he said Doncic shows no mercy. Brian?
And Allie, thank you for that. You know, Clark, with the Lakers, at times it is hard to maintain a sense of continuity.
Well, it sure is, B.A. I mean, there's always pressure to improve or be at your best, but even more so when you're playing in the glitz and glamour of L.A. and all that history. And because of that, sometimes it can lead to high team turnover when you're playing for the Lakers.
Got it.
Yeah, terrific follow-through from Wembanyama, proving he has a good head on his shoulders.
The Suns have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Pass to Plumlee. Hachimura against Durant. It's hauled in by Wembanyama.
That's a decent look for him. He just couldn't convert.
Thompson passes to James. Now here's Wembanyama. James up top, pounded by Beal. And count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line.
Boy, they're on fire right now, cooking with gas, starting this one out 4-5.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for the Lakers.
Well, great play down low. I mean, you expect the defense to adjust, collapse maybe, but that should open up things on the perimeter later in the game.
One other thing they've done really well, moving the ball around. They've done a nice job not settling for that initial option and making that extra pass.
One of the most popular players in the world the moment he entered this league, Wembanyama continues to grow his fan base.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Durant against Hachimura. Durant, no good.
Man, I can't believe he blew that gimme, guys. Well, I know he's frustrated about that.
And it's Hachimura missing. The deep three. Durant's shot is off.
That's his shot, and one I'm sure he wants back.
When you look at the career of Kevin Durant, he's had an amazing list of teammates, Grant.
Yeah, that's true, B.A. And it started with Westbrook and Harden. Then he had Steph, Clay, and Dre, Kyrie, and then Booker and Beal. That is quite the list.
The shot by James, no good. Suns trail by 5. Oh, they get a hand on it. Oh, it's stolen by Doncic. Thompson passes to Hachimura. Out left to the wing. Here's Wembanyama. Goes back up. And it's Phoenix for the rebound. They defeated Washington in their last game.
It was a lockdown effort defensively, contesting shots and really protecting the painted area.
Boy, I tell you what, I think you got to really appreciate the grit, getting dirty, staying engaged. That's really what defense is all about.
That free throw good from Booker.
Yeah, just an offensive machine. Booker generates points consistently, night in and night out.
And the timeout called by Mike Budenholzer. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. And the Lakers going with a whole new group out there. Taking a look at some numbers here for Luka Doncic.
And his effective field goal percentage isn't in the best place right now. Over the last 5 games, he hasn't had much shot discipline. He'll be looking to play a lot smarter today.
And we've got a timeout called by J.J. Redick. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Suns trail by 4. Booker with it. A real weapon on offense, averaging around 24.5 a game. From 12 feet. And the Suns miss again. 2-for-1 opportunity here.
Hey, if I'm in their shoes, I'd go for it.
Here's connect. And a missed layup.
Changed his mind during the layup. You can't be indecisive there. Tried to pull off another shot and missed it. Indecisiveness is never good when you're shooting the basketball.
Now here's Booker. In his last outing, he had 11 points. On target from range.
And this is big for Booker's confidence. With this three-point ball falling, he's so tough to stop.
Jones against Reeves. And that one hits the back iron. With 1 on the clock. And he can't get that one. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Lakers ahead, up 1. Let's take a quick break, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. And close game away so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in the second quarter. And from what we've seen from the Lakers, what's your take so far?
You can really see the strategy coming in. Get the ball into the painted area.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
The Lakers in the lead. So on the floor for the Lakers to kick off the second quarter. Thompson out there with James. Then there's LeBron James. Then it's Thompson. And it's Wembanyama in at the center position. Clark, one topic that gets its share of attention, illegal screens.
And with good reason, because guys are bigger, stronger, a lot of pick and roll action. So you've got to be more diligent in cracking down on those screens that are illegal. The game is extremely fluid. Guys are in constant motion. But I think it's a hard call to make consistently, but the officials have to keep working at it.
Here's James. Oh, LeBron! Just too much to handle inside.
Superb work in the pick and roll that time by LeBron James. Such a pro at executing in these sets. Takes advantage of whatever mistake the defense makes.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Well, Brian, a lot of teams are staying clear of that dreaded second apron of the luxury tax, but the Suns, they blew right past it, adding Bradley Beal to create a star trio. Kevin Durant said, quote, "That's what you're supposed to do. It's about swinging for the fences every year." They're looking to go the distance.
Every year, you're right. Talent is there, Allie. Now here's Dunn. No points yet. Pass to Beal. Here's Okogie. Clock at 6. James with the block.
What timing by James on the denial. His hand is right there at the exact moment it needs to be.
Some changes for Phoenix. Allen, he's checked in for Dunn. And it's Devin Booker in for Okogie. Just 2 to shoot. Booker for 3. Oh, yeah! Booker dialing long distance.
And they seem to have a hard time picking good shots in the first quarter, but it's all coming together now for them here.
Yeah, things are starting to look up. I mean, they're making amends for that slow start. Finding a rhythm right now.
James finds Reeves. The floater, and he takes it up and lays it in. Reeves has got his first points of the game.
That little teardrop, you gotta have that in your bag if you're Austin Reeves.
From undrafted to closing games with LeBron and AD, Austin Reeves, what a story, Clark.
It really is a great story. I mean, this guy has just continued to prove the doubters wrong. Nobody's going to outcompete him. He's fearless. He's got great skill. Doesn't lack the confidence either. He's one of my favorite players to watch.
And Devin Booker is already one of the greatest players in Suns history, Grant.
Well, you could argue that Steve Nash still ranks ahead of him. He did win 2 MVPs with the Suns. But when it's all said and done, I think Booker will be regarded as the best.
Durant, he's checked in for Beal. Well, last season we saw Luka Doncic score 73 points, tied for fourth most in NBA history, Clark.
Yeah, he is so special. And the thing about the 73 he got, it was the most efficient 70-point game in league history. And with how offense-heavy the league is going, I wouldn't put it past him to go north of Kobe Bryant's mark of 81 at some point. He's got that kind of ability. You know, one of the things I like about watching Doncic is the pace he plays at. You're not going to speed him up. He plays at his pace, the pace he dictates.
And the Lakers making a change here. Chet Holmgren, he's checked in for Williams. Bol comes in for Boston. Thompson, he's checked in for Bailey. And it's Amin Thompson in for Cooper. That one's no good.
You know, from the moment Luka entered the league, despite the naysayers, he's been a star, a legitimate star. And that's something you don't see very often. Watch out now, when this guy gets into a rhythm, it is something to behold.
Holmgren with it. Durant covering, and it's Holmgren missing. The Suns lead by 4. 11 feet out, and it's Phoenix with another.
And they found a nice flow offensively here in the second period.
Oh, yeah, and that field goal percentage zooming upwards is now above 50%, which is pretty strong.
And so J.J. Redick calls for the timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Making a change here. Hachimura's checked in. And now that we have a moment, let's take a look at the steals leaders. Number 1, Amin Thompson. Victor Wembanyama, 3rd.
These two are a problem for opposing offenses. Quick, active hands, they pounce on your mistakes.
Lakers trail by 6. Here's Doncic. Pass to Hachimura. Hachimura with a screen on Jones. Doncic passes to Hachimura. Durant for 3. Bol grabs the board.
Hey, how about imagining if they were hitting their shots, how big the lead could be? But so far, that's not been the case.
And they're in a better flow this quarter offensively, and their shooting percentage is steadily rising as a result.
And they're starting to heat up is what they're doing. They're on fire. I mean, that's what they need to climb back into this game.
And so it's Phoenix with it. The Lakers getting their last shot to go. They double team Allen. Just 4 to shoot. KD splashes the triple.
I just love the ball movement.
And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the second quarter. Doncic with it. He's picked up by Jones. And there it is for him.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Lakers trail by 5. Doncic on the wing. Thompson right side. Can't get it to drop. Nice D from Durant. Thompson finds Thompson. From deep, here's Doncic. It's not going to go for him. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. Suns ahead. They're up by 5. All right, Allie's ready to go. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
Brad, you limited their effectiveness early. What did you guys do defensively?
I think we just did a good job coming out with intensity. We did a good job frustrating them. We know this is a team that's really good at moving the ball, and they got a lot of guys who can put it on the floor, go one-on-one. So, you know, we're just accepting the challenge, limiting them to one shot as much as possible, getting out and going.
Thanks, Brad. You guys.
Thanks very much, Allie. And, folks, we'll be right back to start the second half of this game.
They're measuring up the shot. Give it up for the participant.
freeway series. I played a bunch of these. It becomes a real rivalry. Of course, when I was out there, we won every time.
Every time. And turning our attention to the first half, a positive start for the Suns.
The energy in their hometown is even.
And that's a wrap on half.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Nice game. Great performance by Devin Booker.
You just love his patience offensively in the first half. Waited until he got the looks he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one, as both teams trying to gain an edge. Booker and Beal are the talented backcourt. Allen and KD are the forwards. And it's Plumlee in at the 5 down low. And that's the group for Mike Budenholzer as we begin the second half. And so it's Beal who brings up the ball for the Suns. It's a three-point game. They'll be hosting Toronto for their next one. That'll be the second and last game of a quick homestand. Allen finds Plumlee. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Man, he made sure to get his money's worth on that foul.
He got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And, guys, this has not been a season to remember for him at the free throw line, certainly to this point.
That's good from Plumlee. Some changes now for the Lakers. LeBron comes in for Thompson, and Austin Reeves is subbed in for Thompson. Off on that one, so he goes 1 out of 2 at the line. Here's Boston, hounded by Beal. Wembanyama, pass to Boston. And the layup is good. Boston's gotten his first bucket of the night.
Terrific design and execution, leading to an opportunity right at the rim.
The Suns leading. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. High post Plumlee. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. That one on Doncic. And this is his second trip to the line tonight.
At the line for your Suns, Mason Plumlee. Taking 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. He's off on the second. Lakers trail by 3. Wembanyama finds James. And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention. And now a moment for the 2K leaderboards. The top scoring teams.
A lot of coaches are thankful for the challenge rule being in place, thinking of all the technical fouls. They could just go and ask for a review.
You know, the league did it right, Grant. They didn't rush a system into use that's going to cause confusion. They rolled it out in the G League, and after a few years, when they were sure it could function, they brought it to the NBA. Go for a different look here. Holmgren, he's checked in for Victor Wembanyama. Bol comes in for Boston. Thompson, he's checked in for Reeves. And it's Thompson in for Luka Doncic. The Suns lead by 3. High post Plumlee. Soft touch off the glass.
Assertive move. You can tell the game's heating up a bit.
And the Lakers shooting it at 52%. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
And they're the 3rd highest scoring team in the NBA, executing at a high level.
And about their three-point shooting, it's the consistency that strikes me. They're not ranked number 2 in the league because they're streaky. So we can't get either to fall. Booker against Thompson. Right side Durant. Pass to Plumlee. Rejected by Holmgren.
Wow, I mean, the 7'6" wingspan coming in handy. Holmgren loves swatting away shots just like this.
You know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
Right now, a close game for Phoenix. Clark, what's incredible about LeBron? He makes as big of an impact off the court as he does on it.
B.A., I think it's going to be one of the great case studies when he's all done playing, how he's impacted the game and uplifted people across the country and world. He's a tremendous advocate for social justice. He's obviously a shrewd and successful businessman, and he's been a vocal leader who also leads by example. He's actually epitomizing the change he'd like to see in other folks and inspiring along the way.
O'Neal, he's checked in for the Suns. And the Lakers also making a switch. Reeves is checked in for LeBron. .157 left in the third quarter. Back to Plumlee. To the middle. And it's Holmgren with a rebound. Lakers trail by 3. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Hey, Brian. Well, Kevin Durant steadily climbing up the top 10 of the all-time scoring list. He said, I've been in the league for half of my life now. It's a blessing to be playing on this platform and doing what I love to do. I just want to continue to keep putting in good work and keep adding to what I already did.
One of the greats, Allie. Thank you.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
Now here's Thompson. Still no points. Holmgren with a screen on Beal. Here's Thompson. Here's Holmgren. Holmgren completes the second chance.
And I say, hey, if it keeps working, go to it. Stay with it. I mean, until the defense responds and provides more resistance, keep making them pay.
Durant, pass to Plumlee. Plumlee, a screen on Bowl. Back to Plumlee. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Plumlee's got 6 in the quarter.
Man, what a pass that was there. He really, really relishes making the game easier for his teammates.
Out to Thompson. 30 seconds left in the third. Here's Holmgren. Chet going to work inside.
And this is where Holmgren is such a scoring threat. His size can make interior shots easier to find.
And Booker's got the ball here for the Suns. Pass to Plumlee. Up top Durant. Bull covering. The baseline Jay. Rebound the Lakers. Now here's Holmgren. The shot won't fall. And so it's Chet Holmgren making things happen for the Lakers. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. We'll be right back after this word. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
3 tense quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the fourth. On the court for the Lakers to start the fourth. Star Thompson out there with Bull. Then there's Ben Thompson. Then there's Holmgren. And it's Reeves in at the 2-guard spot. And the call will be against Austin Reeves. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul. Coming onto the floor for your Suns, number 2, Josh Okogie.
Pass to O'Neal. Here's Allen. Rejected by Bull.
How are you even supposed to shoot over Bol? Insane length.
Bam! Chet rocking the rim.
There you go. He's a monster at the rim.
So athletic. Obviously, he plays on the attack.
No question about it. He's very comfortable in the air. Dunks like that, no problem for him.
Booker for three. That's in. Coming off an assist from Jones.
You see the level of confidence Booker possesses. Outstanding off the catch.
The Lakers' shooting has been great, 57%, and finding ways to score consistently. Bol finds Thompson. Bol, a screen on Booker. Back to Bol. And finished off by Bol.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
The Lakers in the lead. Thompson scanning the floor. Bol, a screen on Jones. Back to Bol. Just 5 on the clock. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Bol's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Really good screen that time. Then Bol with the quick roll.
For Phoenix, they've gotten just 1 shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the fourth. And Mike Budenholzer decides to call a timeout. He's decided it's time to clarify the situation, leaving little room for error. Some changes for Phoenix. Plumlee's checked in for O'Neal. Durant comes in for Okogie. And it's Bradley Beal in for Jones. And some changes here for the Lakers. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Over that last break, guys, I got a chance to hear what Mike Budenholzer said to the team. He was very upbeat and positive, saying to his guys, let's go. I want you guys to up the pace. Look to push the ball up the floor whenever you can. They cannot stop us in transition. Let's see how the team responds, guys.
Good job there, Allie. Thanks. Look at LeBron with the strength to score through contact.
LeBron delivering in the key moments. Huge basket from the King.
Suns trail by 4. Durant inside. Wembanyama on it. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
And we've seen Durant now hit big shots before. This guy relishes the moment.
Pass to Hachimura. Outside Wembanyama. Doncic outside. Wembanyama, screen on Booker. Doncic throwing his weight around.
How impressive is Doncic? This guy is incredible at stepping up in big moments.
The Suns have gone 3 of 5 since this fourth quarter started. Booker, pass to Durant. Back to Booker. 4-3. Durant with another miss.
Every possession counts for them right now. That's not going to get it done.
Fourth quarter keeps moving along. 3 minutes gone by now. Wembanyama, screen on Beal. Here's Doncic. A strong finish by Doncic.
That's why you give him the rock. Doncic deserves the ball because he can deliver in the clutch.
And so it's Durant who brings up the ball for the Phoenix Suns. They trail by 6. Pass to Booker. Beyond the arc. Money. What a beautiful shot. Brings it within 3.
Huge, man. I mean, the defense knows what Booker's capable of, but cannot get a stop.
Outside, Williams. Back to James. And he buries buries it.
And they just continue to attack, even late in the game, while they're up big.
I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
Time called here. The Suns decide to talk it over. They trail by 5. From a coaching perspective, what are the keys to focus on here?
No doubt. They've got to get a quick bucket here.
Yeah, and they need it hiccup fast. I mean, they'll be drawing up a quick hitter in the huddle here, no doubt.
Making a change here. Beal against Thompson. It's stolen by Wembanyama, and they go to the intentional foul.
Second personal.
Time called here. Los Angeles decides to talk it over. 12 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter.
Substitution on the court.
Twelve seconds left in the final quarter, and he commits the intentional foul.
Third personal foul. Second team foul. Shooting for Los Angeles. James taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
Ooh, he doesn't hit the first. That was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though.
Entering the league with that James last name, lots of pressure on Bronny. But he's a guy who is used to being in the spotlight under the microscope.
For 3, Booker. Unable to get that one.
That's the end of the game.
So it's Los Angeles picking up the win. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them. They had to dig deep to come out on top.
Yeah, you know, some teams might buckle under the pressure towards the end. The crowd was so amped up, such a hostile environment. But they stood tall and got the win.
All right, let's go courtside to Allie LaForce with our player of the game. Allie, it's all yours.
LeBron, it was a challenge for you tonight as far as the matchup went. How much does that motivate you in a game like this?
My matchup is not an individual matchup. It's us as a team trying to get better, and we was able to hold court, so it was a good win for us.
Thanks, LeBron. Guys?
Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Clark Kellogg, this is Brian Anderson thanking you all for tuning in tonight. And as we leave you, here's a look at our player of the game, LeBron James.